In this video we shall discuss some non-trivial cases of joins and subqueries with in keyword. In both tasks we have to show all subscribers who doesn't have a book now. In the first case we have to use join, and in the second case we cannot use join. This is how the expected result looks like. In solution 1 we have to use join, and for MySQL we can write the following query. We are selecting subscriber ID, subscriber name from subscribers table, then we apply a left outer join with subscriptions table, and we use the following condition. The subscriber ID from this table should be equal to subscriber ID from this table. Then we are grouping our result by subscriber ID. Then we have to count active subscriptions, and we want that count result to be 0. But here we have to make some transformation. We use if function to leave that yes value intact and transform all other values, it as n value, into nulls. We shall discuss the necessity of such transformation in a couple of minutes. For Microsoft SQL Server the main idea is the same, the only difference is here. We do not use if function here, we use case expression. And we are leaving that yes value intact, and we are transforming other value, it as n values, into null. And for Oracle the solution is exactly the same as for Microsoft SQL Server. Even the case expression is the same. We are once again leaving the yes values intact, and we are transforming n values into nulls. Here is an explanation of the necessity of such transformation. This is our first initial result. You see n values here, yes values here and here, nulls here. But if we apply count to such a field, count will not take into account only null values, but it will increment on n values also. But if we transform those n values into nulls, now the count function will count only these values. And then the DBMS counts for this subscriber, the count of non-null values is 0. Here it is, and this subscriber is in our final result. For this subscriber, the count of non-null values is also 0, so this subscriber is also here. For this subscriber, the count of non-null values is 3, here it is, so we see that this subscriber is not in the final result. And for this subscriber, the count is 2, here it is, so this subscriber is also not in the final result. And here is another explanation. One can make a typical mistake leaving those values intact. So for this subscriber the result will be OK, for this subscriber the result will be OK, and for this subscriber the result will also be OK, but for this subscriber the result will not be OK. So this bad query produces bad results. And this query with this transformation produces correct result. In this solution we cannot use join, so we use subquery. We are selecting all IDs of all subscribers that have a book now. Then we deduplicate that data, and then in the main part of the query we are selecting those subscribers whose ID is not in that set. The solution for all three DBMSs is exactly the same, and now we shall see how it works. The first temporary result contains all IDs of all subscribers having a book. The second temporary result contains deduplicated data. And then for each subscriber, the DBMS checks if his ID is in this set. If no, that subscriber goes to the final result. The same for this subscriber. But for these two subscribers, we see that their IDs are in this set. So these subscribers do not go to final result. And let's review another typical mistake. This wrong query produces a result, but that result is a solution for such a task. Here we select subscribers who has ever returned a book, but not subscribers who doesn't have a book now. The difference is here, n. Yes, in, not in. Only two changes and you get the result for some another task. So be attentive and use a correct approach.